12 boards, declare a play only. Auction's given to us. We'll take a look at the auction to start with. We got a 20 count here. So we open 2-0 in third seat. Partner transfers us to hearts. We bid 3 hearts. I like this bid a lot. This hand is terrible. I think the only argument for opening 2-0 is that we're in third seat. I wouldn't hate opening a club because a club is actually quite lead directional as well. Ace, queen, 10 of clubs is probably, I mean, obviously we have a spade suit that's equivalent, but we can't open a spade for the lead directional value. So between 2-0 and 1 club, I think it's a bit of a coin flip. I mean, this hand is not worth 20 high card points. We have aces, we have a couple of nice spot cards, but no touching honors makes the hand a little bit worse. The queen third of diamonds is awful. 4 triple 3 is pretty terrible. Our 4 card major is hearts and not spades, which is kind of bad. Anyway, I don't mind the 2-0 bid. Transfer to hearts. We bid only 3 hearts. If we had a much better hand with 4 hearts, I would very much advocate for a 4 heart bid to show our extras. But here, I think we just complete the transfer despite having the big heart fit. 3-0 from partner. We correct to 4 hearts. This is an interesting decision at match points, honestly. I mean, we have 9 hearts, and that often advocates for playing in the major suit. But, and at imps, I would certainly agree. I think that 4 hearts is probably the more likely making game. But it's pretty rare that partner has kind of like the bare minimum in terms of high card values for these sorts of auctions. It's much more likely that partner has closer to like 8 or 9 high card points, in which case the extra high cards might make it a little bit easier to set up and generate tricks in no trump. But anyway, we choose to bid 4 hearts. Let's see what partner's hand looks like. And we're very happy we did so when partner holds this hand. We get a club lead. So this is going to allow us to pitch some spade losers from the north hand, which is nice. It looks like our plan should be to try and set up the diamond suit and pull trumps. I guess first things first, let's pitch a spade. You know, robots hate leading away from honors, which I think is generally a mistake. It's probably close to like 50% of the time you want to be leading from strength and 50% you want to be leading passively. Or more passively, I should say. But the robots seem to just think that 100% of the time you should lead passively. So this makes it a huge favorite based on what we know about our opponents, that the king of spades is offside. Since West with both spade and club weakness would have, you know, there's some restricted choice considerations and which suit they would lead. So if East gets in and plays a spade through, I plan on hopping up with the ace. I'm not going to risk the spade finesse. So our problem really is that if diamonds split poorly, or if hearts split poorly, we might run out of entries to the north hand before we can either pull trumps or set up the diamond suit. And that would mean we also run out of energies to kind of rough black cards in the north hand. I'm actually wondering, maybe a better plan as opposed to pulling trumps and setting up diamonds is to try and rough all 3 of our black suit losers in north's hand. It's pretty likely that both opponents have, well, at least 3 clubs, so we should be able to play clubs. It's also somewhat likely that spades are 4 triple 3 around the table, meaning that we can rough all of our spade losers in north's hand. But no guarantee. We do need entries to South's hand if that's part of our plan, though. One thing we can be pretty certain of is West doesn't have a singleton diamond. Now, I mean, West might have 4 diamonds. But I'm wondering if we rough a club and lead a low diamond. If East tops up with the king, and plays one back, I guess we might not be able to take the heart finesse safely. It's a tricky hand. It's a tricky hand. You know, there's no real straightforward line of play that always guards against every possible layout. I guess it would be a real shame if East had the king doubleton of hearts and we didn't just pull trumps and claim. So that makes me think that the first order of business is probably to just ruff a club and play a heart to the queen. Okay, I'll do that. 10 of clubs, West covers with the jack. And let's lead a low heart to the queen. Okay, I mean, this makes things a little bit easier for us now that the queen of hearts is held. We could cash a club, pitching a spade. Go ace of spades, spade ruff, heart back to the ace, and even if the trumps don't split, we can still ruff our last spade. And then we would be in a position to maybe try and guess what's going on in the diamond suit. I mean, East having turned up with the club king and the king of hearts. If East also has the king jack of hearts, that would give them 7 high card points. If they have the diamond king, maybe they would have opened. I mean, no guarantee, but, you know, the diamond king and the spade jack would bring him up to 11. The diamond king, spade jack, and diamond jack would bring him up to 12. So I think I like this plan. This protects against bad diamond splits as well. So let's go ahead and ruff both of our spade losers, and then we will worry about what to do from here. I'm actually going to lead the queen of spades, see if West covers. West doesn't, which doesn't guarantee the king of spades is an East hand, but I think it makes it a bit more likely. All right, the hearts have split. We can get a little bit more information by playing a spade, or by roughing the 10 of spades, I suppose. Maybe one of the spade honors falls. Aha! East had all of the spades. So East having been dealt king, jack, 5th of spades, the king of clubs, and the king of hearts, it's somewhat unlikely that East also has the diamond king. I mean, no guarantee, but I think I'm going to lead a low diamond. It would be a pretty big play for East to duck, but I'm just going to duck and play West for king doubleton. It's also fairly unlikely that West has king... Actually, it's impossible West has king doubleton anyway, right? West would then need 7 clubs, and we've seen both opponents follow to 3 rounds of clubs. Oh, no. West could have 7 clubs. West could have jack 7th. King doubleton of diamonds, doubleton spade, jack doubleton of hearts. It's like barely possible. But I think it's much more likely that West has 3 diamonds. Anyway, let's lead a diamond. East plays the 10, which is actually interesting. I'll put up the queen, so West wins the king. The club comes back. East shows out. So, oh, that's not good. So that was king doubleton of diamonds, huh? Oh, no. 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 I don't think I miscounted this, did I? Hearts were 2-2, spades were 5-2, clubs were 7-3. Oh, that's a shame. I was thinking it's much more likely that this is like a singleton 10 of diamonds and clubs are split like 5-5. So West would have started with something like doubleton, jack doubleton, king 10 or king jack 4th, and jack 5th. Then a club lead would make a lot of sense. I suppose I didn't pay a ton of attention to the spot cards that were played in clubs. Maybe that would have helped me figure it out. Anyway, East has the Jack Doubleton of diamonds remaining, so nothing we can do. That's rough. Could I have figured this out? I wasn't like paying much attention to the club spot. 6 of clubs led to the king, the 10 of clubs to the jack. East played the 7. Took a heart finesse, queen of clubs cashed. West followed with the 3, but yeah, we don't exactly have enough information to work out. The West is 7-2-2. We were close. We were very close to making that one work, but when East played the 10 of diamonds, it felt like a much better chance to play for the alternative. Board 2. 3 clubs on our right. We have a very shaky hand, just 11 highs for a takeout double, but I think we have to make this bid either at match points or at imps. We're 5-4 in the majors. We have a singleton in the opponent's suit, so it's a lot harder for our partner to be able to act in these spots. Partner bids 4 clubs, pick a major. Well, we pick spades. I like the 4 club bid from our partner. I mean, if we were like 3-3-5-2, I guess we bid 4 diamonds there. Maybe partner can raise that. I mean, obviously that's not a great shape from our partner's perspective, but I suppose we always get to a nice fit by this 4 club bid. It's a little bit of a shame that we didn't get to hearts in the 4 forfeit and instead are playing in spades in the 5-3. All right, 2 clubs lead. I'm going to play low, find out what East does. Playing the queen doesn't really help us get a whole lot of information. East is just going to cover with the ace or king anyway. East wins the ace and returns the 4 clubs. Okay. So we have plenty of entries to dummy in diamonds and hearts to take spade finesses if we want to go that route. It looks like West started with king third of clubs. It also looks like East started with at least 2 diamonds. I mean, I guess diamonds could be 6-0. That's possible. But otherwise, East started with at least 2 because I think it's pretty likely that East would return a singleton diamond here if they had one, looking at this dummy. So it's starting to sound as if East is pretty likely to hold a singleton trump. They might have a singleton heart. Or East might be 7-2-2, which is possible as well. Now, it doesn't look like East has a quick entry. So even if West is able to pull dummies trumps, like trumps split badly, and play a 3rd round of clubs, clubs are overwhelmingly likely to be 7-3 on this auction, not just because the robots rarely preempt with a 6-card suit in this spot, but West didn't raise. So if clubs happen to be 6-4, you have to imagine West would have found a raise. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough this trick, cross in diamonds. If East roughs, we'll have some thinking to do. But assuming a diamond to the king holds, I'll be able to, I guess, lead the jack of spades for some sort of finesse. I do expect West to have both of the mystic spade honors, but let's see how it plays out. Diamond to the king. Both opponents follow with low diamond spots. They do play upside down. This is a position where I would expect both opponents to be carding honestly, because West doesn't know their partner doesn't have the ace, and East doesn't know whether or not their partner has the ace. Lead the jack of spades. All right, West wins the queen, returns a diamond. So how do I want to proceed from here? I think my plan is going to be to play a heart to the jack. I'm maybe even a little bit nervous about that, given that I know the robots like to have certain requisite high card counts for their preempts, and so far East has only turned up with the ace of clubs. Maybe not even the jack of clubs. So East might have something like Queen Doubleton of Hearts. Let's play low on the diamond, see if the jack pops up. If East turned up with 3 diamonds, I think I'm going to play another diamond. If East turns up with 3 diamonds, then they have to have a singleton in one of the majors. I mean, if East roughs when I play a diamond to the queen, that's pretty bad news. My thinking is I really want to just duck a round of spades. I think it's very unlikely that East actually has the king. East would have covered the jack of spades with King Doubleton. So I'm pretty sure West has the king of spades. You know what? I could probably just duck a spade right now. That's maybe safer than playing a third diamond. East pretty unlikely to have 3 spades. And this way, if spades are 4-1, West won't be able to play a third club profitably. I can rough and dummy. If West does play a trump back, I might be able to just pick up the heart suit myself. Yeah, I like this plan. Okay, West does play the king of spades. We do see a third diamond. So diamonds are 3-3. And spades happen to be 3-2. So this means we know East has a singleton heart. We can just pull the last trump, cash the king of hearts, take the marked finesse if necessary. And can I claim? Are they going to let me claim? They won't. The 8 of diamonds is high. So we could have played a heart to the 9, but we didn't need to. Cool hand. Plus 620. Preempts give away a lot of information to good declarers. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest arguments for not preempting when you have very weak hands in general. You know, a lot of people are just like super excited about preempting on these like 5-card suits or whatever, or hands that have no defense. And it does tend to be a good strategy if that's part of your system. But the more often you preempt, the more information you give away to good declarers about not only your shape, but your values. Anyway, on to board 3. We open a spade. We got a 14 count. I think favorable, I would upgrade this into a no-trump opener. I'm not really convinced that it's a full no-trump opener, but at these colors, at match points, I think I really do want to just put a no-trump on the table and figure out where we land. Especially because auctions like this make me a little uncomfortable. A spade and no-trump, if partner could have up to like 11 highs, we might miss a game if I pass playing a semi-forcing no-trump. And if we're playing one no as forcing, I have to bid 2 clubs with this hand, which I don't like doing either. So just opening a no-trump will always get us to games if we want to be there. Sometimes it steals the auction. Sometimes just playing no-trump works out better. Hey, Gandolius, did I hear the news about the upcoming World Bridge Games? How is it possible to let a new team join a competition weeks after the draw was made? I saw that Saudi Arabia was added as a 35th team. Originally, they were supposed to have 35 teams. I forget which team dropped out. It might have been Greece. Is that right? I forget. My guess is it's probably from the same like locale that Saudi Arabia comes from. But I don't know why they're allowed to do it. I mean, I don't know if this is like a big drama thing. If there's like an article about like that's someone yelling and complaining, I would be happy to do like a react to it if you can link me an article. But um, if it's just there's some news about it and some team has joined, I don't really have much of an opinion. I mean, it seems weird to me, but yeah. So that happened. A spade, a no, two clubs. Partner passes two clubs. You just read it on Bridge Winners. That's where I saw it too. I took a look, I think, while I was in bed last night. First mistake was reading Bridge Winners. That's also a good point. I mean, I've been following like the big Edgar drama on Bridge Winners, which is actually much more interesting to me. But I have my opinions on what all has gone down there, but I'm probably not going to share them unless people like clamor for a big reaction to that whole thing. So we're in two clubs. We get a trump lead, which I guess looks like a good start for the defense, even though the 10 of clubs is going to allow us to score 3 trump tricks on our own. Probably a doubleton or singleton. The robots don't lead low from doubletons in the trump suit. We'll cover with the jack. I guess we have a couple of options after the first trick. We could go after spades. I mean, I'm definitely going to want to knock out the king of spades, which is pretty likely to be offside given this trump lead. It's also very tempting to play on diamonds because that could provide a source of tricks. It is worth considering ducking the opening lead, I suppose, right? Maybe to cut communication from the opponents. I don't think that's true. If I duck the opening lead, he still just duck a couple of clubs and they'll get 2 club tricks. Yeah, so we better win this so that we have at least 3 club tricks. Diamond to the jack now, or just duck a spade? Those are the questions that I have. I mean, East is just so likely to win the jack of diamonds with either the queen or ace. And then go club, club. We win. We play another diamond. The 7 of diamonds could be an important spot card. If East has like ace-8 doubleton or ace-9 doubleton in the diamond suit, we could pick up 3 diamond tricks. I'm just really nervous about not getting spades going to pitch some heart losers, but I guess I have a little bit of time. Okay, let's lead a diamond to the jack. 5-4 jack queen. Club return. We better win the 9. Low club return is weird from East. Let's give up a spade. I assume West is going to win this because of the trump lead. So West doesn't have a good way to get East in right now. Heart, low, king. So we can prevent East from getting in by winning the heart ace right now. That seems like a good decision. I'm a little nervous that East might have the ace of diamonds because that low club, right? If East didn't have another entry, East definitely would have returned the king of clubs and another club to pull trumps. Oh, you know what it is? East might have thought their partner had led 10 from 10-9 doubleton in the trump suit, which would make a lot of sense. This is why we lead low from doubletons. Ah. I still think East would have gone king of clubs club without an outside entry, so I'm convinced that East probably has the diamond ace. Does that help me in any way? I mean, probably not. Otherwise, I could win the ace, pitch some losers on the ace-jack of spades, and give up a heart, and East wouldn't be able to get in. I could ruff a heart in my hand, which would be awesome. But I guess... Yeah, I guess I actually have to win the ace and pitch 2 heart losers on the ace-jack of spades. East might ruff this trick. And now they can play some more hearts, forcing the dummy. But this is going to work out okay as long as East has the diamond ace, right? Because East is kind of just... East doesn't have any more spades. No! No, East just made a huge mistake by not going king of clubs club. Oh, we could have done so well on this hand. Yeah, I could have roughed a heart in my hand. There was no entry. I didn't need to cash the spades. I could just set up diamonds because East had no entry. Big mistake from the defense, but they Grosvenor'd me and really got me good. Alright, board 4. 2 passes, 2 heart. We made a takeout double? I mean, I know it's 18. I just don't think this hand is too good to overcall a spade. Partner's a passed hand. Our spades are terrible. Our distribution's pretty bad. King-queen doubleton isn't great. You know, a doubleton when the opponents open a major on your right is probably one of the worst holdings. Because if the opponents don't have a fit, it's going to go, 2 rounds of the major and a 3rd round through your hand where your left-hand opponent starts over-roughing you. So, I don't know if it was a takeout double. Anyway, partner bids 2 clubs, which is actually really interesting. We decide to bid 2 spades, showing our hand, but possibly missing out on a club contract. Man, 2 clubs is such an interesting bid. I wonder if we should be raising 2 clubs to 3 clubs, even though it's match points. It feels like we might just be doing better than the field here. Sure, we could miss a 5-3 spade fit, or even a 5-4 spade fit, I guess, in some circumstances. But 3 clubs doesn't end the auction. 3 clubs feels like our best chance to get to 3-0 from the right side. I don't know. Interesting problem. We're fortunate in this case that partner has 4 clubs and 3 spades to an honor and not much. So we've done well. We got a heart loser, we got a club loser, we got a diamond loser, we got a spade loser. Is East going to overtake trick 1? They don't. It seems unlikely that West has something like ace-fifth of clubs. And East is trying to get a ruff. I'm not exactly sure what ducking really helps with, but sometimes it does in end positions. Just cutting communication between the hands can be useful. I mean, maybe if West gets down to only clubs and the jack of diamonds falls doubleton, West could get end played into giving us an extra trick in one of the suits if clubs split badly. I'm going to play low. I just don't think that this ever costs. 2 rounds of hearts. So we've isolated the heart suit. Hearts are definitely 6-2. I guess it's a little bit too risky to try and pick up the spades. If I were to go ace of spades, low spade, and West follows low, and I stick in the 10, East would be able to win and then play another heart through. West might be able to ruff with the missing spade honor. So I guess I'm just going to play ace of spades, spade to the king. You know, sometimes West splits anyway. Okay, there's the jack of spades. And spades have split. I guess we'll lead a club to the king. Whoa! Hello. Excuse you. West has an ace. 10 of clubs showed up. So we have, I mean, a little bit of a guess in the club suit, but West can't have a singleton ace, so we'll cash the queen next. Very strange. I mean, they could have gotten a ruff, it looks like, but maybe East actually has queen third of spades. So what have we got? We have to lose a trump. Plus 140. East did have queen third of spades. So even if they found the club ruff, it would have come at the cost of a natural trump trick. Board 5. Club by partner. We bet a spade. We got a 10 count. Partner jumps to 3 clubs. Whoa. We have a huge hand opposite this. 3 hearts, I guess, makes sense. I mean, we can't have a heart fit, but we are kind of, I suppose, trying to find out how much spade support partner has. It would be nice if 3 diamonds was some sort of artificial thing here, but we can't expect too much from the robots. So, whoops, 3 spades from partner. So partner has a spade fit. 5 clubs is a terrible bid, obviously. I mean, we're on the cusp of just bidding a slam ourselves already. What should we be doing over 3 spades? I guess the most natural thing to do is to start Q-bidding. So we could bid 4 clubs, which shouldn't necessarily be... Man, it's so tough because 3 hearts hasn't promised a 5th spade. It would be really nice if we had a way that, like, guaranteed we had a 5-card spade suit so that spades are now established as trumps. If we don't have that, maybe just bidding key card makes a lot of sense. We don't really need to worry about the club queen because even if partner's clubs are as bad as like ace jack 6, sometimes the queen of clubs just comes down. So really the cards that we care about are the diamond ace, club ace, heart ace, and king queen of spades. And key card would solve those problems for us. I mean, if partner has 4 key cards and the spade queen, we can not necessarily just bid a grand, but we're pretty close to just bidding a grand at that point, counting on 5 spades, 6 clubs, and 2 red aces. Anyway, we bid 5 clubs apparently, which I don't know what that showed. Partner jumped to or bid 5 spades, denying controls and diamonds and heart. I mean, this is unbelievable. Partner can't have a 3 club bid if they have none of these controls, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see what partner has. Ah, good. Partner has 4 key cards, no trump queen, no queen of clubs either. But it looks like on a diamond lead, we're kind of down to picking up one of the 2 black suits to make a small slam. Had they led a heart, we might have needed to try the heart finesse or guess the spades. Okay. I mean, percentage-wise, it makes a lot of sense to play a spade to the jack because East is the safe hand. If East gets in, they can't profitably attack hearts, so we'll always make 11 tricks this way. We can then pull trumps and go king of clubs, club to the jack, and eventually use the clubs to pitch hearts. And I think that makes some sense as well. A low diamond lead, I'm not convinced is all that attractive on this auction. And so West might have been tempted by a trump lead if they had a bunch of small trumps. I mean, obviously diamonds is an unbid suit, but this doesn't feel like one of these auctions where the opponents are concerned about diamonds. Okay, but I don't have a ton of hand entries, which makes me a little nervous. Like ace diamonds, diamond rough, spade to the jack. Yeah, I don't think I can ever pick up 4 spades to the queen in West's hand. I guess we'll go 5 ace queen. Interesting. So East has queen jack of diamonds, probably queen jack 10. Spade to the ace, spade to the jack. Probably makes sense. Long tank from West, 8 of spades. Okay, that's a little bit scary. Because now we can't actually force out the last trump without exposing ourselves to diamond taps. So, for example, if I ran the jack of clubs right now, which looks percentage given the 4-1 spade split, West might get in, put a heart through, and if I win the ace and cash the king of spades, that's great, and then start running clubs, West will rough in and cash the king of hearts. So, what do I think is going to happen at other tables? I guess that's an interesting question. I think a lot of players are just going to win the diamond ace and go king of spades, run the jack, because that looks like the natural way to play the spade suit, right? We can pick up 4-1 spades in the east, but not in the west. Or at least not with the way I played the spades. West will get in and play another diamond, which will force declare. And then if declare pulls all the trumps, they get in trouble in the club suit, so they would have to play on clubs first. I don't think other tables are in a position where they can actually hook east for the queen of clubs. So it's really going to be on us. Do we want to take a club finesse or not? We're really only risking the contract half of the time, which is the half of the time that East has the heart king. Although West has turned up with a lot of stuff. If West also has the club queen and the diamond king and the spade queen, it's getting less and less likely that they also have the king of hearts. I guess another question is, if West is short in clubs, why didn't they lead a club at trick 1? Sure, they have queen fourth of spades, but they might get the ace of clubs, a club ruff, and the queen of spades. Clubs could be 4-0. Clubs could definitely be 4-0. I mean, West could also have singleton queen of clubs. I think I'm just not going to risk the club hook through East. I'm going to go club to the king, club to the whatever. Probably club to the ace. Diamonds are like 5-5 and spades are 4-1 and clubs are 2-2. West has a doubleton heart. It's possible. All right, low club to the king, huh? That was a very fast nine of nine of clubs there. Okay, we can pull the last trump, knock out the club queen, and eventually pitch all of our hearts. So we have 11 tricks. Had we run the jack of clubs? Man, why did West not play a heart through when they roughed the king of clubs? We could have gone down there. We needed to, I guess, run the jack of clubs on the first round of the suit. I was considering it, but I think what we did makes a lot of sense as well. All right. Board 6, we open 2 spades. Yeah, I mean, looks more like a 1 spade opener to me. I don't think 2 spades is a very good bid with ace, king, queen of the suit. Maybe ace, king, queen, 5th. But with 6 of them, even though we're 6-3-2-2 at these colors, I would rather open 3 or 1, depending on what my system would allow. I mean, the playing strength of ace, king, queen, 6th is just so good that it generally makes up for the lack of high card points. You know, your partner has like a small doubleton and they're like, shrug, I have 15 high card points, let's bid 3 now. And you're like, cool, I have 6 tricks for you. Hopefully you have 3 over there. 2 spades, partner bids 4. That makes us pretty happy. We're probably making this. We have a heart loser and 2 diamond losers, it seems. If the opponents don't switch to diamonds early enough, we might be able to score 3 club tricks to pitch diamonds, taking 2 hooks through West. King of Hearts could be led from king, queen, or ace, king. We'll keep track of that. West does switch to the queen of diamonds. Okay, so I think we should duck this trick. It appears that our only real chance of getting 11 tricks from here is now going to be some sort of squeeze. Because to eliminate, say, clubs and hearts, we would need to ruff a hardened dummy, and we'll have to pull at least 2 trumps. So there's no way, even if this is like queen jack doubleton of diamonds or something, that we can throw West in and they won't be able to cash 2 diamond tricks. So to score a squeeze, we're going to need to rectify the count, and this is our only real opportunity to do so. We also can't really win the ace of diamonds and then take a club finesse, because then he still just cashed the king of diamonds. So we play low. West continues with the jack of diamonds. So it looks like it was queen jack doubleton, but now we at least have a chance if East happens to hold either the queen jack of clubs or 5 clubs to go with their diamond king. We can squeeze them out of it. So let's ruff our heart. West turns up with the ace of hearts, and let's run all of our trumps. The squeeze basically plays itself. We just need to pay attention to the king of diamonds, which hopefully I'll be watching out for. I guess what I could have done instead is I could have taken a double finesse against the possible queen jack of clubs in West's hand. But ooh, look at that. East did get squeezed in the minors. So queen jack of clubs, king of diamonds, 450. Being familiar with squeezes is how you can come up with these lines of play. So that this is one of the main reasons why like studying squeezes helps declare a play. It's not necessarily to understand how they work. That's not enough. You need to be familiar enough with like the end positions that you can reach to know that you need to duck that second trick, the queen of diamonds. Made it look easy. I mean, look, you know, if you study squeezes, these are things that become a little bit more and more natural. There's no guarantee they work, And they do work relatively infrequently, right? We needed East to have both the queen and jack of clubs, which is about 25% for that to happen. But every once in a while it works out. You know, there are probably like hundreds of hands that I've played live on stream where like I talk about a potential squeeze and it just doesn't work. It looks awesome when it does, but using, you know, proper squeeze technique when you plan out the early play is useful. I mean, this is one of the reasons why like ducking tricks early and cutting communications and whatever are helpful. These are just like good techniques that you should familiarize yourself with if you're trying to get better at squeezes. Yeah, normally they don't cost anything. I mean, there have definitely been times where like I duck a trick and they just get a rough at trick 2 and I feel terrible. What's going on here? How did we get to a 5-2 heart fit? We passed in first seat. That looks like a good bid. A spade on our left, Michaels by partner. We bid 2-0 asking for partner second suit. Partner bid diamonds and we're like, okay, 5-2 heart fit it is. Cool, cool, cool. No, this is great. All right. Squeezes work more often than they should because sometimes West has a club honor, for example, and doesn't protect it. That's true. West could think that ace, king, queen, jack of hearts are important to keep. Defensive carding is obviously a valuable tool to defend against declarers who take advantage of squeeze lines. King of spades. East plays the 3. Ace of spades. Yeah, that's good defense. We can pitch a club on this trick. I think West is probably just going to continue playing spades, though. I mean, maybe this hand has very little to it. I'm just thinking about the possibilities if diamonds split 4-1. Because if diamonds are 3-2 and hearts are 4-2, it's not such a big deal. We could rough this, pull 3 rounds of trumps, the jack doesn't fall, and then just start running the diamond suit. Better to rough this now than rough later. Okay, what happens if diamonds are 4-1? We rough this trick. We pull 3 rounds of trumps. They're 4-2, so the jack of hearts is still outstanding. We go diamond to the ace, diamond, and West shows out. Or we go like diamond to the ace, diamond to the king, and East roughs and plays another spade. I just don't know if there's anything we can do about it. I think I kind of have to fall into the LOL pull trumps and claim line. Yeah. I mean, I could rough and then play on diamonds first before touching trumps, but is that better? Like, if diamonds are 4-1 but hearts are 3-3, I can just pull trumps and then I don't have to worry about 4-1 diamonds because I still have a heart left. We should rough this, though. I think I've worked that out. If anyone has a singleton diamond, it's most likely to be West, I suppose. Cash the ace king of diamonds first to see if there's a bad break. You mean the king queen, I guess, right? Because we would need the ace of diamonds as an entry to the club suit. That's probably a small improvement after pulling trumps. I think I like the idea of diamond to the ace, diamond to the king before touching trumps. It's unlikely East has a singleton diamond. And if East does have a singleton diamond, then West started with at least 5 spades and at least 4 diamonds, so East is probably roughing with a natural trump trick. All right, diamond to the ace, diamond. Well, that's actually really interesting, because East singleton diamond was high enough that now we can hook the diamonds on the way back. And heart comes back even, which is fascinating. So I guess we'll win this in dummy, play heart to the king, and take a diamond hook. I think the hand basically plays itself from here. It looks like we're going to be down 1. East will be able to rough the 3rd diamond. Can we do any better? I don't think so. Oh well. We get rough this. We'll pull the last trump. Oh, I guess there wasn't a last trump, and see if the king of clubs falls. It does not, so we're down 1. But West probably shouldn't have split their diamond honors on the 2nd round of the suit. That was maybe a large mistake. Playing the 8 of diamonds kind of, I guess, made them think that we might have run the 8 on that trick. Anyway, down 1, probably about the best we could do. Diamonds were 4-1, which is actually really good news for us. And the jack 4th of hearts was over in East's hand, because I think other people will take this line of play of ace, king, queen of hearts, and then hope that the diamonds split, and when they don't, they're going to be in serious trouble. Pass, pass, pass. 1 spade. We have a nice hand. 13 count, 5-5 in the majors. Partner bids Drury. And we get 2 spades on a right, showing 5 hearts and a 5-card minor. Wow. I actually really like just bidding 4 spades in spots like this. We were planning on bidding 4 spades over Drury anyway. And yeah, the East bid makes our hand like a little bit worse. But a lot of the times partner has a singleton heart and even 4 trumps, and we can just start roughing a bunch of hearts in partner's hand. But one of the big advantages of bidding 4 spades is it forces West to take action immediately. Yeah, West isn't going to have a heart suit, but West will likely have a fitting minor. So if West wants to, bid 4-0 or something, pick a minor, we're prepared to go after 5 of a minor, and we can get really rich from doing that. I mean, 4 spades might not even make. So I really like just bidding 4 spades. It looks like in this scenario, West doesn't actually have any interest in competing. Like the alternative of whatever this bid is. I don't know what 3 hearts was. That doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever alternative we were planning to choose, West might have bid 4 of a minor. Our partner bids 4 spades, and now West decides they're done, and we don't get an opportunity to double them. We get to 4 spades. We get a heart lead. That's a singleton. Okay. Pretty likely that East minor is clubs. How good are our heart spots? East has queen, jack, 9, 7, deuce. So heart spots aren't great. Okay, 2 options. I'm not that nervous about my king of hearts getting roughed. I think it's somewhat likely to be with a natural trump trick. I kind of... okay, let me just think. So let's play the 10 of hearts. East is going to cover. We'll win the ace. Let's say I go ace of spades, spade to the king, and spades are 3-1. West still has the queen. I lead a diamond. I think, unfortunately, East is pretty likely to hop up with a big diamond on her. If they have it, they'll return a heart. I can win the king. I can ruff a heart, run the queen of diamonds, pitching a club. West will win. Pull dummy's last trump. But then I have the ace of clubs to run the diamond suit. I guess it's fine. And if spades happen to be 2-2, this is probably a much better line. Then my king of hearts doesn't get ruffed. If spades are 4-0, we'll have to think about it. Okay, let's give this a try. Ace of spades. East plays the 10. Got it. East is much more likely to have a singleton spade than singleton diamond. So if I play a spade to the 8, it wins. King of spades pulls the last trump. I play a diamond. Yeah, it all comes out the same. I just end up losing 2 diamonds. It's bad if a spade to the 8 loses to the queen, but I think I'm going to take the percentage here. It's way more likely East has a singleton spade, especially on an auction like this when they first pass and then make a Michael's bid. Pretty unlikely that they have queen 10 doubleton in our spade suit. So let's pull last trump. Play a diamond. What happens if this wins? I guess I was in a little bit of trouble if that won. What happened on that trick? 3 diamonds to the ace, so we want to play low, right? This is king doubleton. Well, that's really awkward. Did I miss something? East suit is diamonds. Oh, shit. That's not good. Whoa, West has a lot of clubs over there. West has, what, 7 clubs? And forgot to ever bid? They passed in first seat? They passed over a spade? Oh, boy. Oh, this is bad. Oh, no, what have I done? We're still fine, right? We're still fine? I can ruff, king of hearts, ruff a heart, and now take a ruffing hook and diamonds. Okay, we made 11 tricks, but what is West doing? I have king 7th of clubs. Never took a call. No one vulnerable. Plus 450. I mean, it would have been a pretty big mistake for East to have ducked from king doubleton to diamonds there when I led one off dummy. All right, 4 boards to go. Board 9. Partners open a heart. We have bid a spade. We got 16. Partners bid a no trump. We decide to check back. I think we should just bid 3 now. I don't really see any reason to play this hand in spades. We have extra high cards, so no trump is likely going to make. And our flat distribution probably means we're going to take the same number of tricks and no trump as in spades. Partner showed our support, or support for spades. We bid 4 spades. We get diamond lead. All right. Looks like we gotta duck this trick. Diamond to the king. Diamond return is interesting. Rather than like a club switch, for example. It probably means the king of clubs is onside. Otherwise, we might have an opportunity to set up hearts. Yeah, actually, I kind of guarantee the king of clubs is onside for East not switching to clubs. So I guess that means I shouldn't like mess around in the heart suit. I mean, otherwise maybe we could like cross in spades and play a heart to the 9 and try and set up hearts and later be able to get back to dummy with the 10 of spades. I'm possibly nervous that diamonds could be 6-2 if I try something like that. A little worried that hearts, I guess, could be 5-1 in some cases. I think I'm just going to pull trumps and, I'll duck a heart just in case they make a big mistake. But I think I plan on just taking the club hook. Let's not overcomplicate things. Spades are 4-1, so it was never actually going to work to set up hearts. Just trying to make sure that I can get away with pitching a club here. I block the club suit, but I can never get forced out of my last trump, so I always have an entry back. Just in case the hearts like somehow magically happen to come home. Yeah, there's the king of clubs on side. Strange that East didn't cover. Very strange. So there's no way that East has the club king anymore, is there? Man, that's so weird. West switched to a club away from the king. I guess. I do still have chances for all the rest of the tricks if I fly ace here. I mean, East might get squeezed in clubs and hearts if they have the king of hearts. I could play a heart to the jack. It's actually sounding a lot more likely that I should be playing a heart to the jack. West put up the heart queen and then didn't continue hearts when it won. God, this would be another like insane Grosvenor. But that East not playing the king of clubs on either of these two tricks is insane to me. I'm gonna play the ace. Let's run some cards and see what happens. West pitches a heart. I guess I'm playing the jack, right? It would mean that East had the club king all along. I hate this. Okay, well... Fortunately, it didn't matter. What a weird defense. Alright, 420. We'll take it. Board 10. How did we get to 3 now? Let's find out. Right hand opponent opened a club. We passed. Pass. Our partner balanced with a double. We decided to bid a no trump. Yeah, probably. I actually don't hate passing out a club doubled at these colors. Match points. I mean, at teams I would never, but sometimes you just score plus 200, and this feels like a part score hand. Sure, partner could have a big hand, but then frequently when partner has a big hand, they were planning on doubling and bidding no trump themselves, and one club doubled is going to get massacred if that's the case. So it might not work. You're going to get a 0 sometimes by passing, but I think it's probably a pretty good bid overall on balance. Partner jumps to 3 diamonds because 2 diamonds isn't forcing enough. We've seen this one before. We bid 3 now. I really don't like 3 now here. I think at this point I would be very nervous about hearts because partner doesn't need to have that suit. I would definitely bid 3 spades, show where my values are, and let partner decide on the best contract. Like 6 diamonds could be cold and 3 no might go down. Anyway, here we are. We get a club lead. Partner, in fact, does have hearts. What was wrong with just bidding 2 diamonds or 2 clubs, for example, over a no trump? I don't know. 3 of clubs. So partner's got 18. We have 8, which is 26. East has most of the missing high cards, which is pretty likely to include the diamond queen. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up on hearts. We're much more likely to take 3 spade tricks than 3 heart tricks. So we can pitch a heart. I'm going to play a diamond to the ace, low diamond. If East happens to have the singleton queen, we can later use the 9-8 to hook against West 10. It would be a great spot for East to false card from Queen 10 doubleton, but it's pretty unlikely that that'll happen. If a diamond to the ace wins, we can lead a low spade towards the queen jack. Try and pick up the spades for 3 tricks. That seems like the right plan to me. Queen of clubs is a good sign. It means East is pretty likely to hold the king as well. 4, 3, ace 7. The 2 of diamonds is missing. If West falls with the 2 on the next round of the suit, I'm going to run the 9. We can pick up Queen 10 fourth in West's hand. Never mind. Wow. So now it's pretty likely that East has every other card in the deck. 9 of clubs comes back. I guess East is pretty likely to duck this around to our jack. That'll set up their entire club suit. Oh boy. Alright. So East has the diamond queen and the king of hearts, probably the jack of hearts as well. Let's pitch a heart. I mean, East is also kind of just getting squeezed in a bunch of different suits on the run of spades. Let's pitch a heart. Yeah, so East ducks this around to our jack. Now when we run the spade suit, East is going to have to let go some clubs, otherwise they're going to get... Well, we can hopefully figure out which red suit to cash. And then the plan is going to be to throw them in one red suit. They can run a bunch of clubs, but eventually they're going to have to give us access to the other red suit winners. There's a second heart discard from East. Finally, East throws a club. Cash the ace of spades to force another club discard. So it looks like East started with 3 diamonds, no spades, 4 hearts, and 6 clubs. We can pitch basically anything from our hand. It doesn't matter. That would all be consistent with West having like 3-2 doubleton in the diamond suit. Let's pitch a diamond. So what am I most confident about exiting in? I think hearts. If I go ace of hearts, heart, East should win the king doubleton, West will follow. Our 7 of hearts will be good, or maybe our 2 of hearts will be good. Not that it matters. I mean, East could try something clever like leading a low... I guess East is down to only high clubs. They have 2 high clubs, king doubleton of hearts and queen doubleton of diamonds. Is pretty likely. It's possible they've stiffed the king of hearts, which is why I want to go ace of hearts, heart. I guess if I cash the diamond king and West shows out, I'll know East is down to a stiff king of hearts. So I'll know not to exit in diamonds. Yeah, okay. Ace of hearts. Queen of hearts. West follows, so our 2 of hearts is high. East can cash a couple of clubs, but they're going to have to give us the last 2 tricks. Another squeeze, actually. Kind of cool. Plus 600. We'll take it. Could they have done better? That's an interesting question. Could they have done better defensively? I wonder. Squeezes are hot. They really are. I love squeezes. Hello, Zapsniff. So West led a club. I don't think a club's a very good lead. I would probably lead a heart from the West hand. I mean, a spade makes a lot of sense too. Definitely a major suit. Club on this auction is probably not the way to go about it when your right-hand opponent bids no trump twice. Okay, after the club lead, we pitched a heart. We played a diamond to the ace. We led a spade. East threw a heart on this trick. West continued another club, which I guess there's nothing they can really do. If West switches to hearts at this point, we can just fly ace and duck a diamond. That was probably going to be the plan. Interesting. Just the ace of diamonds lead, I can't take it. All right, we've opened a club. We did, huh? We have 14. 1 spade on our left. 2 clubs from partner. 2 spades on our right. We bid 3 clubs. Sure, we do have clubs. 3 spades on our left. Partner bids 4 clubs. This is an auction where 4 clubs could be the right bid, but a lot of the times 4 of a minor at match points is not the right spot to play in if you're hoping to make it, which I think we are in this type of an auction. It's usually a lot better to just double the opponents or bid 3 no or bid 5 of the minor. But okay, we're in 4 clubs. Let's see what partner's got. Actually pretty reasonable. I think 4 clubs is probably a good bid on partner's hand. We had a good auction. Look at this! To a really weird contract. And we get the ace of diamonds lead, because of course we do. Okay. So we have a diamond loser. We can pitch a spade on the 3 rounds of hearts. We'll need to guess the clubs, but I think it's pretty likely we want to play West for the ace, given that they're the overcaller, as well as the fact that West has bid 3 spades in this auction. Oh. Wait, why did you get timed out? Oh, because you... I see. Yes, if only I were to open an OnlyFans for, for squeezes. Ace of diamonds. It's just links. The bot now times out links. Koopa told me to just time out all links. Or to let the bot do it for me. Which isn't particularly effective, because all of the spam bots get around it. Like, I still have to ban most spam bots. Diamond to the 10 and king. So we have a bit of a conundrum right now, yeah? We need to pull trumps. Otherwise, West is going to get a diamond rough, so we kind of need to play a diamond to the king. Let's lead the jack of clubs. Sometimes West covers. No way. No way! Hey, look at this. We did great. We stopped exactly in the right spot. 4 clubs. Only because of the ace of diamonds lead. Oh my god. Plus 130. Alright, we're on to the last one. Yeah, permit works. All mods have that. Are you going to set up my OnlyFans for me? 1 diamond by partner. We bid a heart. Partner bids 2 diamonds, and with 3 aces, we bid 2 no. Hey, aces and spaces, right? 3 no from partner. Imagine if we missed a game. Partner has 14 to 15 high card points. Partner has 13 high card. It's not even a good hand. Why did partner bid over 2 now? I guess they have 7 diamonds. And a bunch of what looks like might be entries. Alright. Thoughts on playing ace of diamonds, diamond to the king. Because it's percentage. Sometimes the ace of spades is onside. Would not be my line of play at imps, that's for sure. Four of clubs. Could be from a 5-card suit. Could be clubs split evenly. I think, given the timidness of the opponents in the auction, I am going to play for 2-2 diamonds. I feel like I've said this many, many times before, and every single time I've been wrong about it. That, like, the opponents just forget to make takeout doubles or bid suits when they have singletons in our suit. So I guess for that reason I want to win the king of clubs. No, if West has queen third of diamonds, then they'll know about the club ace. I guess I should win the club ace. That'll make it a little bit more attractive for West to continue clubs. If they happen to have queen third of diamonds. Ace 10 4 3. 2 diamonds is outstanding. It's looking a lot more likely that diamonds are 2-2. Okay. The queen is turned up. So how brave are we going to be? Let's run the diamond suit and find out what the opponents discard. Heart from east is interesting. Club from west. The 3 clubs is still out. Spade from east. 2 spades. There's a club. There's the 3 clubs, so we know West started with 5 of them. There's a heart pitch from West. Alright, let's pitch a club, so West can safely throw a club on this trick. They don't, though. They pitch a spade. I think West has kept 3 hearts. So I think West is down to 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and therefore no spades, right? Does that make any sense? Wait a second. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess East then probably has kept 3 hearts. East pitched 1 heart, West pitched a heart. So if West is down to 2 clubs, 1 heart and 2 spades, it looks safe to play a spade to the king, right? Because East is down to 1 club, 2 clubs, no, sorry, 0 clubs, 2 hearts, 0 clubs, 3 hearts, and 2 spades. Man, counting is hard. I think this is right. So I think I can go heart to the ace, spade to the king safely. Counting is really hard. I feel like the ace of spades is offside, so I don't know if there's any reason to risk this. There's the jack of hearts from east. Yeah, I'm just going to play a spade to the king. Okay. So east was down to 3 hearts. I think 2 spades. Counting's really hard. How did we do? We got a 66. That's pretty good. 2 clubs down 3 was our only bad board. But we had some good ones, including 5 spades making 5, which was our best board. What? Oh, right, because the 4-0 club split causes huge problems if you go king of spades, run the jack. I see, I see. And sure, the robots should have beat this, or should have beat us when we played a club to the king. After West ruffed, West should have switched to hearts. East would eventually get in with the club queen and score the last heart. But we were in a position where we could have run the jack of clubs and made it legitimately. Right? Wait, maybe not. Maybe it still would be. Maybe we would still be down 1. Anywho, 96 for that was good. Last board was one of our good results, 690, just taking the spade finesse. Okay, was I actually correct that East was down to whatever I thought they were down to? I just, like, for my own sake, I want to, like, yeah, East was down to 0 clubs. They pitched 2 of them. I think I was paying attention. West was down to 1 heart, 2 spades, and 2 clubs. So it was always safe to play heart to the ace and a spade up. Even if East was able to win this, they could only cash 1 spade. Cool. Counting is useful. Arthur squeeze, board 10. We got a nice result for making 3-0 on the strip squeeze.